Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're off to Stony Point. Now Stony Point is located in Victoria, Australia, and it's about 82 kilometres or 51 miles southeast of Melbourne, the capital city of Victoria. Now there isn't too many old photos to be found, but this is what we've discovered. So Stony Point Railway Station, it's a commuter railway station and the terminus of the Stony Point Line, part of the Melbourne network. It serves the town of Crib Point in Victoria, Australia, and Stony Point is the ground level unstaffed station, featured one side platform, and it was opened on the 17th December 1889, with the current station provided in 1984. Additionally, it closed on the 10th of June 1981, then reopened on the 27th September 1984. In 1910, the turntable was provided for a station there, and by November 1960 it was out of use, and by March 1963 it was abolished. In 1976, a siding at the up end of the station was removed, and the following year, in 1977, a goods yard was closed. On June 22nd, 1981, the passenger service between Frankston and Stony Point was withdrawn and replaced with a bus service, with the line between Long Island Junction and Stony Point also closing on the same day. On the 16th of September 1984, promotional trips for the reopening of the line began, and on September the 27th of that year, the passenger service was reinstated. In June 2014, the platform length was reduced from around 150 metres to 103 metres. This was done as the extra length used for longer locomotives was no longer required. And as per usual, all the credits and references will be listed in the description below, so please enjoy the video. Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. It's windy, there's no doubt about it. We're in the Western Port Bay, and we're at the small coastal village of Stony Point. Now, it is extremely windy. Whether or not we'll get the drone up, I don't know, but we're going to have a bit of a wander around Stony Point. There is a railway station that comes here that has some history behind it. There is a caravan park, and I believe there used to be like a little milk bar or a little grocery store, or a convenience store that some people call it. We'll have a look at that as well, but just we'll see what we see. Okay, so let's go. So here we are at the boating ramp. It is for free, so you can bring your boats here, park your trailers. As you can see in the distance, the people are doing that regardless, and coming here for fishing, I guess. There's your caravan park. There's your railway station. And hopefully, I think I've had a look at the timetable, and I think in about 20 minutes the train will come, so I'm curious to see what that looks like. There is a large pier as well. This is your boating ramp. And it looks like it is okay for pets to come here on lead. Now there are a lot of signs for regulations and what you can and can't do. This used to be a paid area to bring your boat and park up, and I'll show you the sign. It says now it's absolutely free. You just bring your boats, park it up, do your fishing, come back, and it's all good. But I'm curious to see what this station, railway station looks like, and also the old milk bar. So it could be quite interesting. So this is the old sort of toll booth, I guess, to park here, but now it's all free, as you can see per the sign, which is great. Somehow I don't envy the guy that once used to work here and had to collect whatever fee it was initially. But that's what it looks like. So those who might have come here years ago, in your youth maybe, as a child, or even as just a part-time fisherman and haven't been back in a long time, this is what it looks like now. I can tell you there's a lot of people actually going fishing in the area. So this is also, the reason there's so many cars here is this will take you to French Island. So those are interested to know where French Island is. It's sort of in, I guess, in the Western Port Bay, and this is where you catch the ferry. And it's good for a day trip, I guess. These are the timetables. So you'd have to come to Stony Point, and you can come to Stony Point by train, and just it's an easy walk, and catch the ferry across to French Island. Bring your bicycle, I guess. I don't think there's any issues with bicycles coming on board, because French Island is quite large, and a bicycle, especially an electric one, would be very handy. So that's where you'd come to catch the ferry across to French Island. So we'll take a look at the Stony Point railway station first. And as you can see, it's quite small. And once I get that drone up, any information I provide will be more factual than me just waffling on. I'm just surmising what I'm seeing, and I'm taking you along with me as I'm going along. So as you can see, there's all brand new, not brand new, but relatively new signage for the Stony Point railway station, which is terrific. And I do understand they have a regular service here. So it's every day. You can use your Mikey cards, which is great. And as you can see from the actual platform, you've just got to walk less than 50 metres and you'll be at the where the ferry terminal is to take you to French Island. So this is the station itself. You have some cover area, which I think is important. It's quite windy here, so it really will be a toss-up whether or not I can get the drone up. There's the caravan park right next to the station, which is great. So there's the station over there, how it swings around. And this is the end point, so it doesn't go any further than this location. So there you have it, it's pretty simple. Now if you're into, I don't know if you just saw those birds flying around, a lot of bird life in the area. So if you're into bird watching, this could be a pretty good location. I've seen at least half a dozen different types of birds. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So this is just another angle of the Stony Point railway station. Sort of in the middle of your screen about now, you'll see that sign which says Milk Bar on your left opposite Jetty. We'll go have a look at that. I don't believe that is open anymore. I think it's closed down as I was driving past, but we'll have a look. And as you can see, the railway line goes no further. This is the end point. And there's your red signal. Have a closer look at that. How often do you ever come across a line in life? We can actually see the end signal, the red light. So there you go. Okay, we'll have a look at the milk bar next. Okay, so I've been able to catch the train coming in. So obviously my timetable that I've been looking at is totally different to what's actually occurring. I've not seen, this train is very silent and it sneaked up on me, which is quite interesting. So we'll have a look at it. So as you can see, there's your train. And there's cyclists, people with dogs, so I guess it's dog friendly as well, which is just great. Okay, so this is your local diesel train. Just spoken to some people, they said, yep, you can bring your dogs on board, you can bring bicycles as well. And this is the interior of the train. Now I'm going to have to quickly get off. I don't want to go anywhere else. Which is just great. So it looks like it's only 2 carriages. And there she goes. That'd actually be a pretty good day excursion. So if you're coming from Melbourne, you'd have to make your way to Frankston on the Frankston Line, get off at Frankston Station, and at the station itself, I do believe is where you catch this Stony Point train. And it does look like it coincides with when the ferry comes in. I'm not 100% sure, but there seems to be a lot of activity now at the pier. So we'll have a look. It could very well be that the ferry to go to French Island is either about to arrive or is about to depart, but we'll find out when we get closer. So there's the little ferry. I do apologise if there's any wind noise, but it is windy. So it's a small little ferry that takes you to French Island. I'm on the actual pier, and here's some Port Authority boats, as well as I'll put you through this little hole. There you go. So you're not obstructed by the chain link fence. So you've got 2 tugboats, I guess. They're very large, and some other vessels here as well. So very good. You've got 2 areas that you can walk. One's a restricted area for exactly these tugboats, and I think it's just the Port Authority pilot who helps in the ships into the pier. And then you've got a walk path that's segregated to get you onto the ferry. So this is the ferry you'll take to French Island. It's not very big, but it doesn't take that many passengers. And as you can see in the distance, this is Stony Point. And in the middle of your screen is where that station is. It's a very short walk, so it can't be too much of a drama for anyone. It's an easy walk. So there you have it. You can fish off this pier. You just can't swim, and definitely no diving or what was it? No swimming, no diving, and no as in diving as in jumping off. So there you have it. Very good. People are patiently waiting to board. It's all very good. So here you have a bit of a closer look to get on board. It does look like it's wheelchair friendly. There is a ramp here. I guess it's also to put in trolleys and stuff if you're loading or bringing your bicycle on. Now I do know you can bring your bicycle on, and maybe that ramp comes down for them. It is wheelchair friendly. You can probably see in the middle of your screen the symbol for wheelchairs. So it does say that you can have dogs, but they're not permitted inside at any time, so they've got to be on the outside. I'm guessing that's in case they unload a bit of a load onto the deck of the boat and easily could be washed off. Not quite sure how you'd manoeuvre these stairs if you're in a wheelchair, but there's obviously some sort of a way of doing that. So there's your no diving, no swimming area. I guess it's because the boats come and go all the time, but it is okay for fishing. I think I've already mentioned that, but just to reiterate that it's okay for fishing, but no swimming. Now, what is also popular, and it's not just the bicycles, but also a lot of e-scooters are making their way to French Island as well. So that's terrific. So bicycles, e-scooters, and just regular bicycles. So if you're young at heart, you want to balance one of those electric scooters, it wouldn't be a bad day out to make your way to French Island. And as I said, it's a really easy commute from the city of Melbourne into Frankston, then onto Stony Point, and then onto the ferry. And the timetable is pretty good, so you can do it easily within one day. Now, I don't know if you can see that in the middle of your screen now is the milk bar where it's got the fishing charters and the food, drinks and coffee, bait and tackle sign. Now I've been told by a local that that is no longer in play. It has closed down. He's not sure if it's abandoned or not. And the only way we'll find out is if we go up close and have a look. So we'll go and do that next. Okay, so we'll make our way up the path to the milk bar. There's your picnic table. It hasn't seen much life. And just the size of that tree that's fallen over, that's pretty big. Yeah, everything's overgrown. So I doubt that this is actually open. I can probably tell you that it once was, because I've got the sign here for COVID where you had to keep your distance of 1.5 metres. So maybe COVID, unfortunately, through the lack of people being able to commute and go anywhere, it was forced to close down. I'll put my hand up and see if we can see inside. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that well or not, or I'm getting too much of a reflection, but she's closed. I'm sure a lot of people have memories of coming here to get their fish and tackle, maybe getting a drink or two. So it was a victim maybe of COVID. I'm not 100% sure, that's what I'm just surmising. So this is the back of the milk bar. The fence has come down. I don't think anyone's been here for quite some time. And to be fair, I think I'd have to classify it as being pretty much abandoned altogether, which is a bit of a sad thing. But there are a lot of people getting ready to go on that ferry. Now I'm just back at the milk bar. You can see through that window that the window is open. I'm not sure if anyone's actually living in that house either. I think that might be abandoned as well. I'll have a quick look around and see what we see. It's good that no one's broken into it. I think maybe the window was just left open. And there's no graffiti, which is great. All right. I think there's enough of a passing pedestrian traffic that will prevent any more damage or anyone doing anything silly to the building. But that said, nature is slowly taking over and reclaiming its land. So as you can see at the back of the milk bar, I've just come around a second time and it is overgrown, but nothing that can't be rectified pretty quickly. Yeah, it's very much an abandoned sort of building, which is quite sad. It did look like a bit of a courtyard out the back here, and the whole back door, everything's open here. I don't think anyone's at home yet. It's quite sad. Okay, so we can now classify this as an abandoned milk bar or cafe. Oh, there has been a bit of graffiti, which is a bit sad. I can tell you that the walls are very, very soft, as well as the floor. Like I've put my hand up against the wall and it's very, very soft. Someone's left some lounge chairs, sofa. Okay. So there you have it. It's very sad to see. So it does look like the graffitis have been in. And done a fair bit of damage. They've used a roller, and there's the evidence for the roller. But the house itself, if this was ever to go on the market, unfortunately, it would have to be demolition. It's just too far gone. It is in a very, very bad state. So this is the front actual shop area that we might have seen from the outside looking in. And we can confirm that the rear is a residential area. I won't open that door. I think there's enough wind that
would, if I didn't close it correctly, it would just push it open. At the moment it seems to be jammed in, so that's all good. And we'll slowly make our way out. I'll just give you an idea what the cost of some of the items were. So what was that? $4.50 for pies and pasties. Sausage rolls were $4. Sauce was $30. I'm pretty sure I said $4.50 for the pies and pasties. Chips by the bag was $4.80. By the bucket, $3.50. And there's the rest. Egg and bacon sandwich, $6. Not too bad. Good price. But it is. This is definitely a building that's needs to be demolished. I think it's way too far gone. It does have like an outside cafe area. I'm not even sure if it's structurally sound. And whoever built the veranda at the back, I'd be concerned that it really wasn't up to code. But I guess back in the day, no one really bothered about those sort of things. So there you have it. We'll make our way out. Once again, I did try to knock on the front door to see if anyone's around. There is no trespassing signs anywhere to be seen. And once again, if you are a urban explorer, I guess, or enjoy looking at abandoned buildings, I think it's really important to make your presence felt, either where you park your car so it's quite obvious who you are. Don't come at night. Obviously don't wear a hoodie and look like you're up to mischief. Be as transparent as what you're doing as you can be. And if there are signs that says do not enter, trespassers prosecuted, they're the signs that I would adhere to. Whether or not you necessarily have to do that is up to people's own judgment. I have read the legislation in relation to trespassing and the regulations involved with that and how it can be applied. But there you have it. Even the old fresh baked sign is still there, but overgrown. All right. Now the car park's got quite busy. The ferry is still there. People on their bikes are making their way to French Island, so they get plenty of notice to make their way on board before it takes off again. Once again, I do apologise for the wind noise. We're nearly at the end of the video. Yeah, look, if you did like the video, by all means, click on the like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing does not cost you 1 cent, but it really does help the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.